Are you wondering what's going on in the housing market in the Riverside area? In today's video, I'm gonna break down where I think it's going and why, and the two most important things you need to be thinking about. What's going on, everyone? Adam Schwarz here, top real estate agent. If this is your first time to my channel, every single week I drop videos about buying and selling real estate, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also hit the bell button so you don't miss any of my videos. Today I'm gonna break down the two things we have to think about when it comes to the housing market and the direction that we're going. The one thing I learned last week, or not learned, but someone said it in a way that I could understand, is that just because prices are high doesn't mean a crash is coming. When there's no demand for that product, that is what causes a crash. Currently right now in Riverside, the one thing I don't think people realize is how big Riverside actually is. We are bigger than actually Pittsburgh. Just think about that for 1 second. Currently right now we only have 276 houses on the market. So that's already extremely low. But I want you to also think about this. So we currently have no idea how many buyers are in the market. We can kind of tell how many buyers are coming to the market based on applications and the mortgages, but that's too regional, so it's very difficult to see how many people are actually buying in Riverside. We do know there's 276 sellers on the market. Obviously, that's how many properties we have. But then the one thing we also don't know is we don't know how many people are selling and buying in the same market. And why is that important? If I am selling a house, but then I'm buying a house, I almost subtract that number from that property, because look at, so if I sell my house but then I buy a house, did I actually increase the inventory on the market? No, because I'm taking one off the market. And so when this number comes out, and that is the number of how many people are selling and buying in Riverside, this number of 276 houses could be below 200. It could be 125. It could be anything with that. Because if I'm selling and buying in the same market, technically, I am not adding no more inventory to the market because I'm gonna be taking one off the market. I want you to think about that for 1 second. We are so low on inventory, and we're lower than this number even looks. This is a low number, but when you think about if you sell and buy in the same market, you're taking that house off the market, you're not adding toward the inventory, this number is a lot lower. So remember, the reason why pricing is not going down as quickly as we thought is because there is that low of supply in the market. We still see buyers coming in the market. It's crazy. Every time we see rates drop down, we see a flood of buyers coming in the market. So if those rates keep going down, which if we head into a recession, rates are gonna go down, that happens every single time, we're gonna see a flood of people coming into this market. So you gotta be prepared for that. What do I think the market's doing? If you're a buyer, remember, we buy and sell to solve problems. So if you're buying right now, get yourself pre-qualified, look for the perfect home that fits your needs, that fits your payment, fits everything you're looking for, buy that house. If you're thinking about selling, price correctly, and there will be a buyer that comes and buy your house. Is it gonna sell in one day? Probably not. Is it gonna sell in the first 2 weeks? Yes. So be patient, price correctly, and you'll be just fine in any market that you're in.